From the Oklahoman newsroom, this is an NBA draft update. I'm Jenny Carlson. Jeffrey Carroll, the Oklahoma State guard, is a likely second-round draft pick in Thursday night's NBA draft. Nathan Ruiz joins us on the phone to discuss Jeffrey Carroll. Nathan, it's been interesting to monitor Jeffrey Carroll's workout schedule. He's been all over the place and he's been sharing it with the world on social media, but he really has seemed to work out with a lot of teams as teams are getting prepared for the draft.
Yeah, when it's all said and done, I think by Monday he worked out for nearly half the league, met with 14 different teams, including the Oklahoma City Thunder. He's a guy who I think feels he can go anywhere in that second round. That's kind of what his people have told him. But he also recognizes the possibility that maybe he doesn't get drafted. So he's kind of in an interesting situation where he feels like there's 30 teams who could look at him in the second round. And then, again, he's been guaranteed some opportunities probably for a summer league spot if the draft just doesn't fall his way. So Jeffrey's in a good position. A lot of different teams have seen him. A lot of different teams have liked him. You know, he's told me an assistant with the Lakers said he would be shocked if he doesn't get drafted. So he seems to have done a lot to impress as he's made his countrywide voyage. But it seems like Jeff is in good position heading into Thursday night.
He's definitely got a lot of workout gear after all those workouts from a lot of different teams. But Nathan, I'm curious, you got a chance to talk to Jeffrey Carroll. You got a chance to read up on what the talk about him is around the league. What is it about him that interests so many teams? For that many teams to have flown him in, to take a good look at him, what is it about his game, his skill set, that teams are so interested in?
You know, I think he really grew as both a scorer and a rebounder during his 5 seasons at Oklahoma State. You know, redshirted his first year and then played really, improved each of his first 3 seasons on the court. And then as a senior, he was the #1 guy, so I think expectations raised, focus raised. But he's a guy who's in the top 25 in OSU history in scoring and rebounding. Only one of 14 guys who can say that. So he's a guy who I think athletically impresses a lot of people. Strong shooter. That shot wasn't always there consistently last season, but he's a guy who I think had to play a lot more as a #1 guy, and maybe in the NBA he's not going to have to be that kind of guy. So I think teams recognize that he could be a sharp-shooting piece off the bench and maybe provide some depth as a guard, for a team that's looking for that.
Yeah, anytime you're talking about wing players in the NBA who might be able to knock down shots and guard somebody, I think a lot of NBA teams are looking for those two-way guys. Nathan, before we go, I know NBA teams are not interested in the feel-good nature of a guy, but Jeffrey Carroll's a guy that played for 3 different head coaches at OSU. I mean, this would be a pretty interesting latest chapter of his story if he gets drafted on Thursday night. Did you get a sense of sort of what he's feeling about, the way that this is all playing out for him?
Yeah, this is his dream. This is kind of what he always envisioned, was to have this opportunity to go play at the next level. And he's appreciative of it, whether he gets drafted in the second round or whether he goes undrafted and has to go earn a job in the summer league. He's amid all these workouts too. He's earned his degree. He earned his degree from Oklahoma State. Started working out in late April. Got his degree in mid-May. So he's a guy who's really kind of made the most of these past couple months, and I think he's really thankful for the way the past 5 years worked out. He learned a lot playing for those 3 different head coaches, and now he's in a spot where he can make his dreams come true. So Thursday night should be really exciting for Jeff, regardless of whether he gets drafted, just because the opportunity is in front of him.
All right, Thursday night, 6 o'clock, the draft starts. You can watch it on any of 3 networks, ESPN, ESPN2, or NBA TV. And be sure to stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.